terms of the alien disclosure, in the past, presidents have said that such an incursion would bring about a big enough crisis to bring global unity. Must be talking about Reagan. Originally, it was to form a united effort to shoot them down, protect us from them. But now, it seems they are here to become our space brothers or saviors and spirit guides to a higher dimension. What do you think is the New World Order or something out there, whatever? Okay, aliens. I can't read that last part myself. So, anybody want to touch that one? I could wax eloquent for years, but I don't want to hog all the time.
Well, I touched on it in my teachings. I don't know. I didn't quite understand all that, but what I do know is demons are real, and they can manifest. And I'll just tell you two quick stories. A good pastor friend of mine years ago told me, and he was rock solid, just like we are, dispensational, Genesis to Revelation. He said, I woke up one night, and my room was ice cold, and I looked down at the foot of my bed, and there were two demonic images there, and they were whispering to each other. He goes, see, there he is. That's the one. And he was frozen, and before he could invoke the name of Jesus, they were gone. And his wife woke up and said, what are you doing? Will you please close the windows? He said it was ice cold in there. And his wife woke up, and they were freezing. So, I believe that was real. Another quick story. When I first became involved in law enforcement, there were 4 police officers that were going around to churches and telling a story. And one night they got a call from a woman who said there's someone on her roof screaming bloody murder. And by the time the 4 officers got there, one was a canine officer, they put their spotlights up on the top of a 2-story roof, and they didn't know what they were looking at. There was this demonic being screaming, blood-curdling screams that they'd never heard before. They said, we didn't know what this thing was. And when they tried to call it down, it jumped from the top of a 2-story house, landed on its feet, and took off into the woods. They sent the dog after it, and the dog came back a half an hour later and couldn't walk. They had to pick the dog up and carry it back to the squad car. That was real. And they said, so when everybody else wanted to know, what did you see? What was that? And they tried to draw the image of it, and they ended up drawing the image of a banshee. So this stuff is real. And they swear they were not churchgoers, they were not believers, and they said every Sunday, those 4 officers, whenever they could, they were in the front row of that church. So I think I said, as we get closer to the end days, the last of the end days, which I think we're in now, we're going to see an increase in this demonic activity. You're hearing about it. You have to sift through it. You have to discern it, make sure it's real. But I think we're seeing a total uptick in this demonic activity.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, one of the things I will say, when Trump's supposed to let go of the alien files or whatever disclosure coming up, here's what you have to understand. Whatever the government is going to say, don't believe it. Okay? Because I can tell you what they're going to say. And they're going to say it's aliens, it's little green men, it's this and that from other planets. And like Ken is saying, it's demonic activity because these things are shapeshifters. They can do anything they want. They can change into anything they want. By the way, in deliverance ministries, it's very interesting that many times the demons take on the form of the grays. You ever see what are the gray aliens? So one of the common features of what demons, they'll actually shapeshift into the grays. And then you have the Nordics, and then you have these other, but it's all demonic. They're shapeshifters. But here's the thing. What purpose does it serve the government to do an alien disclosure, which they're going to do? The United States is going to do it. It's going to come out. And the UK is going to come out. They're all going to come out and say, we have the evidence. Here it is. What do you think's behind the disclosure for them saying that these are aliens? And what do you think's going on here? It's a narrative for the rapture, but it also is a global threat. Okay? And we've all talked about it, Billy's talked about it, and then when we're all the UK, New Zealand, Australia, all of the world is under threat, then what do you think they're going to suggest that we do? We need to clump up together, fight a common enemy, just like we did COVID, because we're under alien invasion. Thank you very much, globalism. Here you come.
And the one interesting point for me is how much of this disclosure is going to come prior to the rapture and how much is going to come after the rapture. Obviously, once the rapture happens, they're going to be in a hard place and they'll have to do full disclosure at that time.
Can I just ask a quick